So I really want to share something I've been thinking about, and I liken it to playing a game of Uno with your life. Because when we are born, our soul incarnates in this body. We have a certain amount of cards, just like Uno. I forget how many cards we get at Uno. I don't know if it's like 6 or 7 or whatever. But anyways, or 10 or I don't know. But anyways, Uno, you get a certain amount of cards, right? And you might get a draw four, you might get a couple yellows, a couple sixes, a couple red nines. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you're gonna get a random pack of cards. Somebody else could have a better hand than you. They could have multiple draw fours, multiple draw twos, some reverses. They could have a better hand than you do. But one thing that I keep seeing as I observe celebrities and people that are successful, that it doesn't even matter what cards you're dealt, it's about how you play them. You know, I've had games of Uno where I had the better hand. I had the draw fours and draw twos, and I lost. And I do lose a lot of the time when I play those games. I don't know why, but anyways, I would lose. And just because I started off good and I had the cards dealt to me didn't mean I was going to end and be a winner. And I think as it pertains to your life, I want you to examine what cards are have you been dealt coming into this life? What do you have? What resources do you have? What things are helping aid your journey at this moment? What do you have in front of you? I even want you to look at the bad stuff that you've been dealt. I want you to look at all of it. I want you to look down and look at your draw seven, draw two, draw four, your yellows, your reds, your whatever. I want you to look at the hand you've been dealt since birth. I want you to analyze, how can I use this to win? And when I mean win, I mean that I mean your definition of winning. What is your definition of success? You know, what is winning to you? How can I use these cards to win? How can I use these cards to get what I want? What do I have at my disposal that's going to get me where I need to be? How can I play them? Is it a timing thing? Is it a focus thing? Is it, do I have to emphasize this card a little bit more in my life? I want you to really focus on the cards that you have been dealt, and I want you to play them in a way that suits you. And I don't want you to obsess about the cards that you don't like. Nobody likes getting a yellow card. Every time I play Uno, I don't like getting a yellow card. I just don't feel like a yellow card. It just, I don't know, it just do something to me. Like, having like a yellow, like, six, that's not cute. Like, that's not hot. But you could still use it to win. You were not born into the royal family with money, attention, all this stuff given to you. You weren't born being one of the Kardashians. You weren't born, just under a billionaire, And that's okay. That is okay. Because even those people don't have complete draw fours and draw twos. You can be born under a billionaire and you got a couple draw fours, but you can have a lot of yellows too. Because, okay, they were born into money and privilege, but their parents don't love them properly. But you might have that. So you might have a better card under your belt than they do. And you need to stop focusing on the financial part, focusing on this and that, and focus on what hand have I been dealt that can help me to be successful in my own life. Don't worry about what the celebrities have. Don't worry about the privileged people, the nepotism. Don't worry about that. Worry about what you have and emphasize and play it correctly. Now, how do you play it correctly? You play it correctly by being aware and strategizing. When you play Uno, you have to be always mindful of what you have in your hand, and you have to be mindful of, okay, when am I gonna put this down? And then one thing also I do like about Uno, it is not that you do have the cards that you start with, but as you progress in the game, you get new cards. As you play a card, you get a new card. You past the yellow cards, and you move into the reverses. You move into the skips. You start to get cards that are more favorable for you. And you just have to keep playing the game. if you get upset and quit at the beginning, you'll never know where you might land at the end. And really, the difference between real life and Uno is that this is not a competition. This is not a race. You don't have to play your hand quickly. See, in Uno, when I play, friends be rushing me, put down your card, it's your turn, it's your turn. But you don't have to race in real life. You can play your hand when you feel like playing your hand. That is the free will that God has given us. All God did was give us our hand that we've been dealt. And then sometimes when we pray, that will help usher us into getting a better hand. But we always start off with a hand where some cards are favorable, some cards are probably not favorable, and it's about how you play. Your destiny, the way that you win or lose, is really up to you. God gave us the path, but we get to choose whether we run along the path, skip along the path, walk around along the path. We get to decide how we operate on that path and how we use the cards to win. And yeah, I think that's all I needed to say. I think you got the message. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all those beautiful things. And I will see you guys in my next video.